weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Tua now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Tagovailoa got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mostert will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Sanders' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jackson now off the bootleg. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Tua going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Sanders' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Play action. Now Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Got it. Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. They find some open field here. Touchdown, 49ers! Elijah Mitchell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point safely through. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Miami.
Tua sets up to pass it. He completes it to Wilson. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 2 and now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once more with Mitchell. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation, and he knows how to find me in.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and through, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here... There he goes, left side! He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Niners 31, Dolphins 16.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The The Niners on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown 49ers.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 72 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll take this to the 46. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On second down and 4, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the 49ers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Here we go. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get...
It's caught inside the 25. Okay, ready? So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Dolphins 29. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Boy, 199 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Red, cycle. Watch it, 6. Strike.
Here's Tua. Dance Tua hit, and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance, that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be back